I want you to imagine this. It's a Friday evening, you've gotten in your car, you're ready to finally head home. The music is on, you're enjoying that lovely drive on Sheikh Zayed Road when screech! Suddenly, you've hit the car in front of you. And now, it might not be a big deal. It might be just a little fender bender or, a small dent that, honestly, you're kind of glad that nothing's wrong with you. But then the problems begin. You've got to worry about the towing, you've got to worry about the garage bills, you've got to worry about the insurance paperwork around it, making the claim, standing in line, endless phone calls, and you think, oh, I wish someone could take care of all of this for me, right? And that's what motor insurance is all about, and that's what our conversation today is all about on the Policy Project podcast. I have with me Toshita Chauhan, who is the Chief Business Officer for General Insurance at Policybazaar.ae, and she's going to tell us about how we can choose the best motor insurance for us, especially when here in the UAE, I don't know about you, but at least I spend at least half my day in a car or a traffic jam. So why not make sure that we are safe on the roads and that insurance works when we need it to? Firstly, welcome onto the show, Toshita.
Thank you so much, Malu.
I think motor insurance is something that everyone in the UAE who at least drives is familiar with because it's mandatory, right? Everyone's got to get it. But what are some of the most common mistakes you see made when it comes to motor insurance?
So I would say when people are buying, whether you're renewing your car insurance or you're buying a new car, whether that's a brand new car or a used car, you are evaluating what kind of plan am I buying, right? And if you look at the absolute minimum legal requirement, that is for you to have a third-party liability car insurance plan. That's an absolute minimum legal requirement. Then comes your comprehensive plan. And here I'd like to kind of touch on what are these plans and how do they differ. The first one is third-party liability, which basically means it is third-party liability that if you are involved in a car crash and it is your fault or your insurance company is not covering any damage for you, it's only covering for the other vehicle. A fully comprehensive plan, on the other hand, covers damages to both parties, for your vehicle and the other vehicle involved in the accident. So I would say that in getting car insurance, yes, I am insured. That's a very generic statement. What kind of plan do you have? Always try and opt in for a comprehensive car insurance plan if the budget allows.
Right. So I think one of the biggest questions that people have, especially new residents in the UAE who've just moved in over the last couple of years, they're on the road, new license, they get into an accident. What do they do next? How do they make sure that they're not paying enormous bills or getting too worried about it?
Absolutely. So if your vehicle is on the road, it's safe to assume that it is insured, right?
Yeah.
Because you've done the basic minimum legal requirement. We start from there. If it's a minor claim, if you're able to amicably kind of figure out that, hey, whose mistake was it, you can just, register your claim or your accident through the police app, and there you will get a faulty report or a non-faulty report, which basically says which party was at fault. You will require some basic information about your driving license and the mulkiya or the registration card of the vehicle and where you were and how that accident happened to describe it. I would say the last one is the major accident, right? That's where your car is not in a movable condition, something's off. In all the insurance policies, you have something called a roadside assistance number. At Policybazaar.ae, we give this number very handy. So whether you are our customer or you are not our customer, you can still go onto our website. You can figure out the name of the insurance company, which one do you have, if you remember that, and get the roadside assistance number. Call them, message them. They'll send the recovery vehicle on the way to you. In the major claims as well, the police kind of comes at the the incident scene, and they will evaluate and they will help you figure out. And I would say I'd like to add on something on the Policy Bazaar claims assurance program here. This is where kind of we make a difference to our customers' life. So what we've done is we've created a dedicated claims assurance team which manages your claim. So every time you do have an accident, you do want to file a claim, you just call us, message us, email us. There are different ways to communicate with us, and we will then just guide you on the entire process. We will take over that process from you, from registering your claim. All we need is a police report from you and your basic documents if you don't have that, and some minor information. We will register the claim for you. We will ensure your car goes to the garage. We will have the car picked up to you from the garage to you and close the entire claims process for you.
Amazing. Amazing. I think one of the other big concerns we have is I've gotten into an accident, God forbid. Now I know that this dent is going to cost me a couple of thousand dirhams. Maybe
Right.
at that point of time, my bank account doesn't have that kind of money, or I don't have that liquid cash to be able to pay, or I don't have that money in my wallet right now. I've heard that you guys have some sort of cashless service that comes into play. And how does that work? And how will that prevent me from shelling out a couple of thousand, a couple of grand from my wallet right now when it's going to hurt?
Right. So we, within our insurance policy programs, we have a network of garages where you can go and get your car repaired if you are under the comprehensive insurance plan, under the PB Claims Assurance Program. These garages have priority service and access for Policybazaar customers. We
Right.
register the claim. We're saying, hey, Malu's car is coming tomorrow at this time. Please ensure this is picked up first. And it's, she gets a car before she has to go, attend her drama class for the following Monday. So we do that all for you, and it's all cashless. The only thing you may need to pay is the deductible or the co-payment, right? Which is the excess in your policy copy, which is defined.
Right. So a faster claims processing system hugely impacts a driver, right?
Absolutely.
Not just their emotional recovery, but also their financial recovery post accident. So talk to us a little bit about how fast we can make that happen.
Right. So here at Policybazaar.ae, under the PB Claims Assurance Program, we've connected the entire chain, right? From the time the customer informs us till the time we inform the insurance company, they approve, the claim, your car is taken to the garage or the place where it has to be repaired, and the entire coordination with the garage on the quality of works. We offer additional in terms of what is the additional warranties that we offer on the repair works. So those come under within the program. So we understand that, typically when you don't have your car, like, it's the worst thing. I can't even imagine, right? Like, what my day would look like.
Right? Especially in the summer. When you have to get from one meeting to the next, how do you do it? Your work entirely stops.
Yeah. And the whole thing that you have your, like, some people, like in my team, like I call them, like, you have a 1-bedroom apartment in your car because, you have your gym stuff, you have your paddle stuff, you have like your kids stuff, you have like the entire thing. Gotta empty that out, figure out a replacement vehicle, rent a car. That's a feature, you should have in the policy. If you don't have it, you gotta figure that out yourself. And then wait till the time you get an update as to when I can get my car back. And that can really be, it can really bog you down. So I would say that under this program, we would do everything for you.
I think one of the biggest, worries that drivers in the UAE have is that customer support is going to be difficult once they get into an accident, right? Because you're there, you're stressed out, you're dealing with the cops, you're worried about, family back home are asking you if you're okay. In the middle of all that, deal with a difficult customer service call is a pain. So how do you guys ensure that customer support is maintained and claims are actually paid out?
So at Policybazaar.ae, we've created a very simple process for motor claims, right? We understand that that claim or accident could happen anytime. You could be in the middle of Sheikh Zayed, you could be outside your house or wherever. And it can be a pretty anxious situation, right? When that happens to you, you're caught off guard, you don't know what to do. And a lot of people wouldn't know what to do in that situation. So we tell our customers the only thing that they have to do is log on to Policybazaar.ae. If they have our app, great. They can just check the roadside assistance number of the insurance company. That's the first thing that you require, right? If you're stuck somewhere, your car's not moving. And that may not just be due to an accident. That could just be a mechanical failure and it's just stuck, my car, or I have a tire burst, etc. And basis that, you figure that. Then all you have to do is register a police report and we'll do the rest for you. Just contact us. There are ways to contact us through phone, through email, through WhatsApp, and our team is available all 365 days a year.
That's incredible. Another important question, I think, is that when I'm on a call with an insurance company, I'm always worried, should I say this? Should I tell them the whole truth?
Yeah.
I don't know whether it was my mistake or their mistake. Maybe I came out of the wrong lane. So why is it important for us to be transparent in that conversation? And what should I say and what should I not say when I'm on that call?
I think with us specifically as Policybazaar.ae, we're your advisors, right? We're not against you or we're not against the insurance companies. We're here to do the right thing and to kind of explain to you why that right thing is important. And we feel that whether it's insurance company or, certain other distributors, you're told that, I need this, but you're not explained why you need this. Like, what happens if I don't give you this? What's the, impact on me about this?
Right.
And that's the gap that as Policybazaar, we try and fill in this market. And when you tell us something, we kind of apply an independent approach. and tell you exactly, how this would kind of matter in your case. And the motor claims is pretty simple. You have a police report, and which kind of dictates whether that's your fault, you were the party at fault, or the other party was at fault, and a claim is registered basis that. Although you have to really ensure that you have a valid car insurance policy which is not expired, you've done the RTA testing, EVG testing all on time, everything's registered, all the documents are in place.
Right. Now, I've heard of this term called claims assurance features.
Right.
And I'm not really sure how that works and why I need it. Because to me, it looks like all comprehensive car insurance is the same thing.
Yeah.
But how does it add any value?
So this is, I would say, I like to compare, right? A service, for example, you're buying a product, you're buying the same product from store A, and you're buying a same product from store B, but your preference becomes store B for some reason. That product, it's probably exactly the same product. They have a better delivery mechanism to you. You get it faster, you get it cheaper, or if the exchange mechanism is much simpler. So in that way, we decided, hey, how do we stand out, right? How does Policybazaar.ae stand out? And why should the customer even buy from us? The customer can go and compare on Policybazaar.ae and get, whatever plans they have, and then they could choose to buy from anywhere else, right? But why do they buy from us? They buy from us not just because we have the largest variety of plans and options available. They don't just buy from us because we have a team of hundreds of advisors waiting there 365 days a year to tell you exactly what plan is accurate and the
right
most
for you.
Correct for you. But they also have, when it's time for claim and when you need that insurance policy the most. Insurance is the only product which you pray that you don't have to use, right? You pay for it, but you pray you don't have to use it. But here in this case, our team of experts will do the entire process for you. If you're stuck anywhere, we'll be there for you. We've had cases where our customer service agent has gone to Ajman, has been there at the garage with the customer, has gotten their car out. We've had cases where, we've kind of picked up the car for the customer. The customer's wife was pregnant. He was unable to leave the house. And we've done everything for them. And these are the small things that I think customers don't forget because, you really pull through when it mattered the most.
I think that means the world, right? With modern motor insurance policies, there's minor accidents and there's major accidents. So how do these insurance policies cover both comprehensively?
Right. So in the UAE, there is an accident, right? A comprehensive insurance policy covers both your vehicle and the other vehicle involved in an accident.
Right.
And the only difference is who pays for that repair, right? The party at fault pays for it, but you go to your respective insurance companies, file a claim and get that done. So there is, whether it's a minor claim or a major claim, the process is the same. However, the complexity comes in major claims, whereas you are required to take your vehicle to the garage. The garage will kind of, evaluate the damage. They will put up an estimate for the insurance company. The insurance company may then evaluate it. Okay, this estimate is correct or not. They may have a surveyor who then visits the garage, sees that, hey, the estimate submitted, for example, is 10,000 dirhams. And the surveyor of the insurance company tells the garage, hey, I don't think it's 10, I think it's 8,000 because this doesn't need changing, this doesn't need repair, this is fine, etc. And those number of days, number of hours can multiply, right? Because it's a loop, like you're being kind of, your case is gone from one place to the other.
To the next.
Exactly. And that's where we come in. And we are prioritizing all your claims. So we are prioritizing how quickly your car gets to the garage, how quickly the garage is able to submit the estimate to the insurance company. We're prioritizing how quickly the surveyor of the insurance company goes to the garage and makes this, evaluates this case. And eventually, all you need as a customer is, hey, when do I get my car back?
Absolutely. And I think my big takeaway from this conversation, Toshita, is that for most of us, especially when we work the way we do, our car has become an extension of our body. When I don't have my car, it feels like I don't have my left or right hand, right? And for those days when I have to manage with taxis or a borrowed car, it's a pain.
Exactly.
Because everything from my parking code to my gym bag to my heels are all in the backseat of my car. So I guess it's down to this. Whether we like it or not, whether we're good drivers or not so great drivers, drivers, we're going to encounter
Yeah.
some sort of minor incidents on the road. And what we need to prioritize is the fact that it happens smoothly. That
Yes.
in that interim period when your car is in the garage, you're not stressing,
Yeah.
you're not worried about mounting taxi bills, you're not, scared who's going to pick up your child from school, or, how you're going to manage all of these.
And it just
multiple
doesn't
things.
end there, Malu. It just doesn't end there. It's also about once you get your car back, right?
Yeah.
Someone's fixed your car.
Yeah.
Okay, and we're all not mechanical experts sitting here. Like, I have zero idea if you do something to
in
my
the
car and
bonnet.
what comes back, right? As long
Yeah.
as I'm able to drive it, it's the same for me. But if there is an issue, let's say 1 month down the line, 2 months down the line, we have our network of premium garages where for Policybazaar customers, there are exclusive guarantees and warranties offered on the repairs
Right.
that they've done. So
Right.
in case something were to go wrong for that particular repair that was done, we're able to go back to the garage and get it fixed for you if that's why, the damage has been caused and has reoccurred.
Incredible. I guess just like you would pick a great doctor to do a surgery because you don't know that much about what's going on inside.
Yeah.
Similarly with a car, I think you got to trust the expert. On Ask Away, we deal with questions that you guys have sent in as customers, people who have dealt with motor insurance claims and who are worried about their own situation. So, and we'll get the experts, in this case, Toshita Chauhan, the Chief Business Officer of General Insurance at Policybazaar.ae, to answer all of your questions. So the first one's a really interesting one. It comes from Alina. She lives in Dubai Creek, and she says that I have heard people say that insurance companies delay or reject claims over small technicalities. And I think, as with me, I don't know much about my car. I couldn't tell one part of a car from the other.
Yeah.
What if I say the wrong thing and because of that they reject my claim? I'm always worried about that. So how do you guys ensure that my claim is not rejected if I'm in the right?
So at Policybazaar.ae, if you were to register a claim through us, right, for your car insurance policy, we evaluate your case, we take all the information from you, we put up the case exactly how it should be. And the insurance company is not necessarily rejecting the claims just because they like to reject the claims. They're rejecting the claims because there could be a missing piece of information. There could be something which is not presented the way it should have been, right? There could be some information that they have asked the customer or they have asked the garage and it's not reaching them. And obviously we don't expect the customer to be a subject matter expert in this case. So we are the ones who help you here. We are the ones who take the information. We are the ones who coordinate with the insurance company. We really are the subject matter experts, and we are able to do that seamlessly between all the three parties: customer, insurer, garage.
That way you don't have to worry about saying the wrong thing. All right, we move on to our next question. This is Noor, and she writes to us from Kisar. She says, can I manage the whole claim digitally without chasing anyone on calls? My God, I feel you, Noor. I hate those long customer service phone calls where you don't know when you're going to actually get a response. Is that possible? Can you do this digitally?
So at Policybazaar.ae, we've just created a whole digital kind of a communication process for the claims. You can register your claims through the app, through your My Account, through an email. Worst case, like if you don't have access to our systems at all, just send us an email. There's a WhatsApp number. You just throw in your documents, throw in your query there. And if you don't want to receive any calls, if you don't want to be contacted over the phone, you can clearly mention that as a preferred mode of communication, and we'll cater to that.
Incredible. Well, thank you guys so much for your questions on Ask Away. Remember, please write into us. If you've got a question when it comes to insurance, you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to rely on a friend who had an experience. You can ask the experts, people who do this day in and day out. All you've got to do is send us a DM. The best way to reach us is through Instagram, Policybazaar UAE. Just go there, send us a DM, write in your story, and we'll make sure that the right expert answers your question. Well, thank you so much, Toshita. It was incredible to discover just how hassle-free, stress-free, tech-friendly motor insurance claims can be, and I'm a little less scared to get on the road.
Awesome. Thank you, Malu. It was great fun speaking to you.
Thank you.